Hello, friends. You're looking live at beautiful St. Peter Arlington Heights Gymnasium here in Arlington Heights, Illinois for the 2018 Illinois Grade School State Basketball Tournament. My name's Ryan Roth. I'll be doing your play-by-play today along with my esteemed colleague, Peter Roth. And Peter, here we are, my friend. Sunday, championship game between the Bobcats, the two-time defending champion from Immanuel, Palatine, versus the Comets from Peoria Christ, the rematch from last year. I'm ready.
I've been ready all morning, Ryan. And if the prior two girls' games we've done so far this morning are any indication, we are in for a phenomenal cap off of this great weekend of basketball.
So, Peter, I've broadcasted the last three championship games that I broadcasted for girls since we rotate every year. 2016 was won by Palatine. 2014 was won by Palatine. 2012 was won by Palatine. So based on those trends, Peter, I like Palatine's chances.
Hard to argue with you there. They've played every game this tournament and haven't really had any issues. The most points they've given up this year in the state championships is 17. So your gut intuition is pretty strong, I'd say. So
Palatine comes in this game after defeating Trinity Springfield on Friday night, 39-17. They defeated Bethel Morton Saturday morning, 39-15. And they defeated Zion Belleville 28-17 in the semis yesterday afternoon. The Comets from Peoria Christ come to this game by defeating Immanuel Belvedere Friday morning, 47-10. They defeated Rockford Lutheran 50-24 yesterday morning, and they defeated Mount Prospect in what is the game of the tournament in double overtime, 56-48. So that's another thing to look for, Peter, is, you know, the Comets only have 7 players on their roster, and they played a double overtime matchup yesterday afternoon. So
fatigue may be an issue, as you are hinting at, but I feel like for a championship game, adrenaline can definitely equal out all the fatigue they may have from those prior 3 games. So I know my heart's pumping. I'm ready to go.
So the number 1 versus the number 2 seed, state championship game.
A rematch of last year's state championship game.
Let's go down to the PA address announcer, Andy Fritz, with today's starting lineup.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Lutheran Sports Association of Illinois, I would like to welcome you to St. Peter Lutheran School in Arlington Heights, Illinois, and the girls' championship game for the state of Illinois. We would like to welcome our guests from around the world watching us on the internet at www.luthsports.org and www.cuchicago.edu/live. This game will be available for replay on the LSA's YouTube channel at the end of March following the National Basketball Tournament. Before we begin, we ask that all participants and spectators conduct themselves in a God-pleasing manner before, during, and after this basketball game. The LSA Sportsmanship Award will be presented this weekend to the school whose behavior of its players, coaches, and fans best demonstrate Christian sportsmanship. This game will be between the guests on the scoreboard, the Comets of Peoria Christ, and the home team on the scoreboard, the Bobcats of Palatine Immanuel. At this time, let's meet the participants for the championship game. First, for Peoria Christ. The Comets enter this contest with a record of 22 wins and 2 losses, and are the champions of the Concordia Peoria Cougar Classic, the Trinity Springfield Tournament, and the Central Illinois Lutheran Conference. Here at LSA, the Comets have defeated Belvedere Immanuel 47-10, Rockford Lutheran 50-24, and Mount Prospect St. Paul 56-48 in 2 overtimes. Now the non-starters for Peoria. Number 3, 8th grader Kennedy Fuller. And number 20, Johnasia Smith. Now the starters for the Comets. Number 1, Alea Sprentling. Number 4, Elena Rudebeck. Number 5, Miracle Thomas. Number 12, Cami Hess. And number 15, Denali Craig Edwards. The Comets are coached by Gerald Spratling, and he's assisted by Jennifer Rudebeck and Demetrius Edwards. Now for Palatine. The Bobcats enter this contest with a record of 30 wins and 4 losses. And on their road to the state championship game, they were crowned the champions of the Hales Corners, Wisconsin basketball tournament, the Trinity High School 8th grade Thanksgiving tournament, the Raymar Girls Basketball Classic, the Kate Conlin Girls Christmas Basketball Tournament, and the Midwest Winter Hoops AAU Saturday-Sunday Tournament. Here at state, the Bobcats have defeated Springfield Trinity 39-17, Bethel Morton 39-15, and Belleville Zion 28-17. Let's meet the non-starters for the Bobcats. Number 1, Kaylee Rowe. Number 10, Caroline Montella. Number 11, Annie Thomas. Number 14, Sarah Sopkin. Number 20, Sabrina Woldridge. Number 21, Kira Veramis. Number 23, Morgan Lind. 32, Carly Grubbs. And number 34, Casey Erlacher. And number 44, Gracie Gentleman. Now the starters for the Bobcats. Number 3, Megan Kim. Number 12, Erica Laval. Number 13, Anna Schmidt. Number 24, Brianna Woldridge. And number 43, Anna Medrin. The Bobcats are coached by Heather Glazer. She is assisted by T.R. Turner, J.R. Beckley, and the manager is Grayson Walther. Now, as we do before all events at LSA, let's begin with a word of prayer. Dear Lord, we are about to begin the state championship game. We thank you for all you have done for us. We thank you for the ministry of Lutheran churches and schools and for pastors and teachers. We thank you for the abilities and gifts you have given each of the participants in this game. But most importantly, we thank you during this Lenten season that you sent your Son to suffer on our behalf. We ask that you would bless this game and its participants, coaches, and officials, watch over them and keep them safe. Because it's in your name we pray and play. Amen. Good luck to both teams.
All right, Peter, so starting for the Bobcats in the all-white, number 3, Megan Kim, number 12, Erica Laval, number 13, Anna Schmidt, number 24, Brianna Woldridge, and number 43, Anna Medris. And for the Comets in the all-blue, number 1, Alea Smith, number 4, Elena Rudebeck, number 5, Miracle Thomas, number 12, Cami Hess, and number 15, Denali Craig Edwards. And the Comets in the all-blue, Bobcats in the all-white, Woldridge and Craig Edwards to tip. And championship final, here we go. Thomas and the Comets to start. Man-to-man defense set up by, and right away, missed shot there by Spratling. And the Bobcats are able to grab the rebound, and they're looking to go.
And that was actually kind of surprising that Peoria found that good of a look. Palatine, as is custom with their teams, plays outstanding defense and really limits their opponents to any good opportunities. They're only giving up 16 points a game throughout this weekend.
Compensating that zone defense. Kim working around Lavelle. Lavelle, who's had 3 years of experience for the Bobcats. Wooldridge gets the ball ripped away, and we're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow stays with the Bobcats. That was that we're going to see a battle down low today, Peter.
You're not kidding. Both post presence for the teams in this game are their best players, arguably, as we see.
Lavelle takes it hard to the hole, and she's going to go to the free throw line for 2. Lavelle with a tough take on Cammie Hess. Hess is going to pick up her first foul, team's first, and Lavelle to the free throw line for 2.
Foul trouble could be an issue for Peoria, considering they only have a bench of 2 players. So that's something to look out for as this game goes on, as we see the first free throws a little long there from Schmidt. Going back to that point before the foul, both post players, Craig Edwards for Peoria and Wooldridge for Palatine, are the leading scorers for each team as we see the other free throw miss.
So Lavelle misses both free throws, and we're going to have an over the back there on Medris. Lavelle, who is 5 for 8 from the, actually, correction, we're going to have, it's actually my mistake, it's a line violation. And Lavelle misses another one, and we're going to have another battle. And Wooldridge and Thomas fighting hard.
Well, if the crowd is any indication, we are going to have a very highly energetic game for these next 23 minutes. Both crowds are very much into it.
Full court pressure set up by the Bobcats. Craig Edwards able to bring it up for the Comets.
Not very often you see your center is also your primary ball handler break the press, right?
Tough take by Thomas, and we're going to have but it looks like Hess is able to gather it, but it looks like we're going to call initial foul there on, looks like it's going to be on Lavelle. So that's going to be Lavelle's first, team's first, so that Hess is going to go to the free throw line for 2.
It's a very physical first minute and 3 seconds we've seen so far here in this championship game, Ryan. A lot of contact both ways.
Hess converts on the first. She'll get another one. Hess comes in this game averaging about 10 points a game in the tournament. She's 6 for 18 from the free throw line. So as a team, you know, both teams tend to struggle a little bit from the free throw line, and Hess makes both.
They may struggle, but both teams do get there quite a bit. Peoria shot 54 free throws through 3 games Friday, Saturday, and Palatine shot 36. So you can see a lot of free throws throughout this game.
Wooldridge, hard take, fouls her own shot, puts it back up again, misses that one, gets a third rebound, and we're gonna have a jump ball, possession arrow, Bobcats. So Brianna Wooldridge had two looks at the basket, point blank, and missed both of them.
Those are ones you gotta have in a game of this level, especially after you've fought all the way through to get your own rebound.
So another pass down low to Wooldridge, can't finish, and Craig Edwards finally able to gather the rebound, and she slowly brings it up. Spratling resets the offense, Kim's all over.
Palatine is so quick defensively, as they always are, it seems, year after year. It doesn't matter who Coach Glazer puts in this system. Their guards are so fast around the perimeter.
Nice pass to Craig Edwards in the middle. Craig Edwards smartly reverses it. Spratling with the long 2, short. Rebound by Wooldridge. Lavelle, I'm sorry, Puchin reverses over to Kim. One more pass to Lavelle. So again, they're trying to work down low to Wooldridge. They've got, Wooldridge has taken 4 shots already. Nice extra pass to Medris. Medris puts it up. She can't get it. And Schmidt's able to grab the rebound. And we're going to have looks like another jump ball, possession arrow, Comets.
And that is, by my count, our 4th jump ball here in roughly 140 seconds of game time.
So 0 for 4 as a team.
All 4 have been layups as well. It's not like Palatine's taking tough shots. They're getting the looks they want. They're just not converting.
Thomas is bringing it up for the Comets. Schmidt all over. Finally, just get into Kennedy Fuller, who just checks into the game. Again, low scoring is how we expect the game to go. Hess takes it strong. She's not able to finish. Fuller gets the offensive rebound. Long 3 attempt by Thomas, and it misses everything. And the ball's going to go back to the Comets. So Spratling will check back in the ball game for the Comets. Sorry, the ball goes to the Bobcats. So still 2-0 is your score. Comets with the lead, 3:18 to go in the first quarter.
I expected this game to be low scoring coming in, knowing how Palatine usually tries to control pace and plays such strong defense, but I didn't expect it to be because of so many missed shots on their end as well.
Nice pass from Medras, and we're gonna have a jump ball. Actually, we're gonna have a travel in the lane. But it was a good look from Medras to get to Schmidt in the lane. Schmidt just took too much time there. So full court pressures, 1-2-2 zone set up, full court pressure set up.
Peoria's done a really good job, especially Denali Craig Edwards, of breaking this press just by ball handling and taking care of the ball. And as I say that, of course.
And we're gonna have we're actually gonna have a travel. So after Craig Edwards turns the ball over, Waldrich takes an extra step, and we're gonna have a quick 30-second timeout for the Comets. But as you can hear,
we have a full house in here. Not a single seat left here in the St. Peter Gymnasium.
I see about 7 available, but you know, to each their own, Peter. No, anyway, so the Comets are, you know, they've given up a lot of opportunities for the Bobcats to attack down low. The Bobcats just have not taken advantage, Peter.
No, not yet. They've gotten layups. I think the thing is, Peoria, although they've been giving up those cutting lanes, they've let people take baseline, they are really just collapsing in the paint on every shot. Wooldridge has had a lot of shots at the block, but there have been 2 or 3 sets of arms in her face on all of those attempts. Peoria is just collapsing in the paint and forcing Palatine to take a contested shot there or take it back out for a jumper.
So Thomas is able to save it. The man-to-man defense. Again, Kim is all over Spratling.
It's just perfect man-to-man defense, really. All the principles are followed. There's help side.
Hess with the long 2. She's long on that, and we're gonna have another jump ball, and the ball goes back to the Bobcats.
That's number 5. If that kind of tells you, really describes the game we've seen so far. 5 jump balls, not a whole lot. Separating these 2 teams, not a whole lot of, you know, pretty basketball per se yet.
So Wooldridge, nice save by Wooldridge. Wooldridge has an open lane. She takes it right at Craig Edwards. Another miss for Wooldridge. And we're gonna have looks like a foul on number 43, Medras. And that's gonna be Medras' second foul, team second. Correction, I think that's on Medras. No, my mistake, that's Medras' first foul, team second. So Comets able to break the full court pressure again. Still 2-0 is your score. 2:15 to go in the first quarter. You know, as we were talking, Craig Edwards needs 9 points in this game to be the tournament's overall leading scorer.
And she's coming in averaging 21 a game so far. She's really carried Peoria to this championship game.
Spratling short on the runner. Laval with a rebound. And the offense needs to start picking up.
Shots are going to start to fall, I feel, for one of these teams. It just depends.
We're going to have another turnover.
A lot of pressing going on Palatine on the offensive end so far. Defensively, they're doing well, doing what they normally want to do, forcing tough shots for the opponent, not giving up any easy looks, not giving up any second chances. Offensively, though, they just can't seem to get composed.
So Craig Edwards able to break the pressure. Craig Edwards with the runner. She can't get it. Miracle Top, actually, it looks like Kim's able. We're going to have another jump ball. Actually, no, Kim fights for it and rips it away. And the Laval, the lefty, takes it all the way, and she can't finish. Medras with another rebound. We're going to have a foul. Medras, just on the rebounding side, the Bobcats just having their way with the Comets. Okay, that foul is going to be on number 20. Correction, that foul is on Craig Edwards, her first, team second. And at the free throw line for 2 is number 43, Anna Medras. She is now 5 for 5 from the free throw line in this tournament. And finally, 4.5 minutes into this game, the Bobcats get on the board. So number 10, Caroline Montella, just checks in the ball game for the Bobcats.
There are very few teams, as we see Medras' second is a little off.
And she misses.
Very few teams that can go the first 4.5 minutes of a game scoreless and still be within one possession. That's what Palatine's defense does.
Oh, Spratling, fancy dribbling there. And we're gonna have a jump ball, possession arrow, stays with the Comets.
And Coach Spratling over on the bench is telling his team to calm down. That's a very, very good idea here. It looks like his team's also trying to press offensively. They scored early on in the game off some free throws. They haven't gotten any shots to go yet either. We have not had a made field goal.
4:49 into the first quarter, we do not have a made field goal. Works around Spratling, open for 3 in the corner, and in and out. And Medras is going to get whistled for the traveling violation. It could have been worse there. She had a good box out on Craig Edwards,
yeah.
And unfortunately, she just couldn't stay with her feet.
She earned that rebound and then just lost her balance a little bit.
Tip ball, and we're going to have a nice save by Hess. Hess keeps going. Hess smartly reverses it. Miracle Thomas at the top of the key. Miracle Thomas with a long 3, and she's got it. Oh my, Peter. That's an oh my, whoa Nelly combination there. Miracle Thomas.
Pulling up from Lake Michigan.
Heck, I think that's Lake Superior. And the ball comes to me, and it knocks over our camera. I get credit for the catch, though. Peter, I have to admit there, the ball literally, I just caught it.
Yeah.
It just came to me. I think it might have been on TV. I'm excited.
I'm trying to think of something snarky to say about your basketball ability here, and nothing's coming to mind.
I caught it,
You
though.
did catch it. That's the issue.
Schmidt with the runner. Schmidt short on that. Woldrich fights for it, hard down low. She can't get it. We're going to have Woldrich with another offensive rebound, and we're going to have a foul on the floor. Woldrich with 5 rebounds in the first quarter.
She's having a tough time getting anything to fall from that left side of the rim, but I can't not credit her for trying. She's fighting on all of her misses. She's gotten back 2 or 3 of them, offensive rebounds to putbacks.
So Craig Edwards just picked up her second foul, team's third. Woldrich to the free throw line for 2. Woldrich converts on the first. As a team, they're now 3 for 5 from the free throw line. So Woldrich comes in this game. She's been the team's leading scorer through the tournament. She's 9 points a game. She misses the second one, but Medras fights for it. She's able to get the offensive rebound. Another rebound for the Bobcats. So 5-2. Medras works hard down low. Another miss. Montella, she's short. And Schmitz gathers the rebound in the corner. And then Rudebeck, with no time remaining, we're going to have nope, they're just going to call it that was the last play of the quarter. But after 1 quarter of play, we have 1 made field goal, and the score is 5-2.
A very stark contrast between this game and the other 2 we watched today earlier. Both those games featured a lot of offense and a lot of made shots, and this one is a lot of hard-nosed defense. We've seen 6 jump balls. I feel like it's going to be that kind of game the entire way.
So Bobcats 2 for 6 from the free throw line.
0 for 10 from the field. Peoria.
Yet they're down 3.
Like I've talked about, Palatine bases everything, all their success, their 12 state championships, off of defense. They gave up 17 in their first round game, 15 in their second round. In the semifinal, they won 28-17. They're not here to outscore you. They're here to stifle you defensively.
Peter,
and score
the
more
Bobcats
points.
are out-rebounding the Comets 14-2.
Eh?
And they have no made field goals.
It's hard to believe. We've had a lot of weird situations so far, weird statistical anomalies in these games today.
And most importantly, I made a catch on the sideline.
Smooth.
I saved our camera next to us, but I made a play.
Most athletic thing I've seen you do in quite a few years.
That was very nice of you, Peter. Medras loses the ball, And another turnover, so we had 2 turnovers there. Spratling wasn't able to save it. The fans over here for the Comets have their hands up. I assume that means play good defense. Wooldridge with a 3-point attempt off the front of the rim. Medris and Thomas fight for it. Finally, Spratling's able to gather. We're going to have a foul. And it looks like that foul is on number 10, Caroline Montella, who's a sister of one of the better basketball players I've seen in some time, Ruthie Montella. Okay, they're trying to work Craig Edwards. Unfortunately, it's just not there offensively. Spratling with the 3 long. Wooldridge. Peter, I don't know if there's going to be some rebounding records, but I'm pretty sure Wooldridge is going to break that.
She's on pace for what, 25, 30?
I think 62, actually. Wooldridge is in the corner. Again, nice cross-court pass to Schmidt. Schmidt with the open look for 3, and she's short on that one. And another miss for the Bobcats.
The thing is, Palatine's doing a good job moving the ball offensively. They're swinging it, skipping passes. They have 3 up here.
Another 3 miss and another Wooldridge rebound.
I feel like this game is a broken record at this point, Ryan.
Laval slows things down for the Bobcats. Again, Comets just in that zone defense. They need for something. Nice steal there by Miracle Thomas. Miracle Thomas takes 1-on-2, and we're going to have a foul on the floor. And that foul's going to be on Laval. So Laval just picked up her 2nd foul, and Miracle Thomas will go to the free throw line for 2.
We are now 7.5 minutes into this game with 1 made field goal. You and I could go out.
But we were never that good to play in the state championship, Peter.
No. State consolation bracket.
Oh, that's right. You did go to.
No?
We were so bad. I mean, I think we won maybe 5 games my 8th grade year. No. So there's that.
That's fair.
Another missed field goal. This one so Miracle Thomas still had that incredible 3-pointer we saw in that first quarter there.
The difference in the game right now, the 1 made field goal.
She misses both free throws. Just checking in the ball game for the Bobcats is number 34, Casey Erlacher. So again, full court pressure set up for the Comets. You know, they haven't been able to set the pressure up because they haven't made any shots.
And neither team has. The only time any full court pressure has been able to be applied is after a jump ball so far this game.
Wooldridge almost travels, but she makes the first basket of the game. And Brianna Wooldridge now has 3 points, and it cuts the lead to 1 at 5-4. And Bobcats are able to put up the full court pressure just as she makes it.
Still unbelievable. First made field goal, 8 minutes into the game, you're down 1. 1-point game at 5-4 here.
Nice move from Spratling to Hess. Hess is a little long, but Craig Edwards fights hard for the offensive rebound, and putback is good. Craig Edwards now, who comes in this game, in this tournament, averaging 21 points a game. Her first basket puts the lead back up to 3 at 7-4.
And that's what she's done all weekend, is capitalize off of, as we see her, with the steal there.
Poor pass by Wooldridge. Craig Edwards has numbers, she's pushing. Craig Edwards with the 3-point attempt. Now off the front of the rim. Medris is able to get the rebound. Well, Craig Edwards has got to be careful. She does have 2 fouls.
They've got to play smart this whole second quarter. You see a really good block there.
Erlacher with it, but Wooldridge gets the offensive rebound, and good. Wooldridge, you just can't stop her, Peter, down low. She's got 5 of the 6 points, and the lead is down to 1 again at 7-6.
And a Baker's dozen rebounds 9 minutes in this game as well.
And Craig Edwards, and we're going to have, it looks like, that was a good defensive effort by Erlacher, but I think the foul is going to be on, nope, actually that foul was on Erlacher. So Craig Edwards to the free throw line for 2. As a team, they're shooting 2 for 4 from the free throw line in this game.
Foul was actually on Anna Medris.
Oh, correction. Good call, Peter. I knew you served a purpose in life. And it was to correct me when I get the free throw wrong. In my defense, it looked like the official had 3-4 up.
I didn't say you were wrong. I just correcting.
You know, I can't take criticism well. So when it looked like 34, and she misses both, and the ball goes out of bounds, and it goes to the Bobcats. So both teams now 2 for 6 from the free throw line. And we're going to have a substitution. Check in the game for the Comets. Number 20, John Asia Smith. Craig Edwards takes C on the bench. There's a 3:04 to go. We've got 7-6 is your score with comments of the lead. Medris almost loses it. Schmidt resets the offense. Medris with the cutter. Medris with a nice take, and she's going to get fouled by John Asia Smith. So Medris with the tough take, and she's going to go to the free throw line for 2.
A really well orchestrated zone offense there for Palatine. The Bobcats swung the ball. Medris cut from the corner to the open area between the 2 and the 3 in the zone, and now she's got 2 free throws.
Medris short on the first. It's really just that easy, Peter. Just like that, you know, just one extra pass. I mean, open layups every time.
Against the zone, if you know where to cut, you find the open areas. It's not hard to diagnose and dissect, as Medris did there on that last possession.
She misses both.
Strong rebound there.
Cami Hess. Hess with Hess, and Hess is going to get fouled. So now Urlacher will pick up the foul. You know, it was just foreshadowing, Peter. That's, you know, I knew.
That could have been an answer. You could predict the future.
But Hess worked hard to get that rebound, and Hess gets fouled.
We may have a low-scoring game, but it's not for lack of effort on either side. That's for sure.
Hess almost loses it. Thomas is able to bring up the ball. Again, 1-point lead with 2:45 to go in the first half. Miracle Thomas with the overhanded missed shot. Woldrich with another rebound. Woldrich works around to Schmidt. Schmidt with the runner. Schmidt misses it, but Woldrich gets another rebound. Woldrich puts it up and good. Woldrich now with 10 rebounds in the game to go along with 7 points. And the lead is one for the Bobcats at 8-7. So the first lead of the game for the Bobcats. Spratling, John Asia Smith with a long 2. She can't get it. And we're going to have a foul over the back on Cami Hess. So Hess just picked up her second foul. So Hess and Craig Edwards both have 2 fouls.
And for a team with 7 players total to choose from, having your two post players with foul trouble this early in the game is definitely worrisome for Coach Spradling.
So again, they're trying to work down low. Urlacher with the open lane, can't get it. And another rebound by Woldrich, and she can't get that one, but gets another rebound, put back, and she's going to go to the free throw line. But 2 offensive rebounds on that position for Woldrich. Peter, Woldrich has got 12 rebounds. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 12.
I was kidding when I asked if she was on pace for 25 or 30 earlier on in this quarter.
I told you, 67, literally. She's on pace for 67 rebounds.
We may see a record broken here.
It's kind of like fake Bo Pelini, you know, when he watches, like, oh my gosh, you know, they scored the 1,000th point of the season. And he's like, you know, what was the final score of the game? So,
yeah, it's another good analogy. You've been full of those today.
Thank you.
I can count on you for.
So Kennedy Fuller just checks back in the game for the Comets. Woldrich with another free throw attempt, and she converts on that one. Woldrich now with 8 points, and it leads up to game high 2 at 9-7. John Asia Smith breaks the pressure. She wants to take it right at Woldrich, and she doesn't make it. And Schmitz grabs the rebound, and Schmitz pushing. Smith to Medris, who takes it on game. She gets blocked. Miracle Thomas tells her not today. And the ball will stay with the Bobcats. But Miracle Thomas, I love what she did there, how she used that left hand to separate herself. That's just a high IQ basketball play, Peter.
Very good defensive play to interrupt an easy layup.
And a wide open layup is good for Anna Medris. And the lead is up to 4, and Coach Spratling needs a timeout. You can hear the Bobcats crowd is on their feet, Peter.
This place erupted after that inbounds. A very well drawn up inbounds play. Medris found herself wide open on the block and converted. Palatine's finally found the range.
I mean, Medris literally could have said at that point, you know, said 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. I mean, there is no, it was such a perfect inbounds play set up that the thing is, this is what Woldrich is doing out there. Woldrich is taking so much attention away, you know, where, especially on that play where, you know, and they very well could have passed it to Woldrich, but Woldrich is taking so much attention that Medris just kind of snuck up there, and it was wide open for a layup.
And that's exactly how you want to orchestrate an inbounds play, an offensive set play. You know the defense is focused on 24. She's everywhere on the glass. She's single-handedly outscoring Peoria and out-rebounding Peoria. So you take that into consideration, run an inbounds play that looks like it's diagnosed to go to Wooldridge. Medjers finds herself, like you said, going to count with 5 Mississippi.
So fun fact of the game, Peter, rebound advantage for the Bobcats, 23-6.
If you want to just factor in one player, it's 13-6, Wooldridge over Peoria.
Oh, yeah, I mean, literally 12, but we'll give you the benefit of the doubt there.
And as we see now, Craig Edwards back in the game to mitigate some of that dominance we've seen from Wooldridge so far, hopefully.
Kim all over Spratling. Craig Edwards just so strong with the ball. She's able to break the pressure.
What can't be understated, although we haven't said her name much this game, is Megan Kim's defense. She is harassing Alea Spradling out on the top of the key, making it hard for her to get any sort of drives. She's doing it basically to everyone.
Spratling thought about the 3, works around Thomas. And 1:11 to go, Comets down 4. They need to pick up the offensive attention. Unfortunately, against this Bobcats defense, it's not going to be there.
Tough against this defense. This is the exact kind of possession you expect to see out of Palatine's defense.
Thomas almost losing the corner. Thomas overthrows Spratling, and she throws the ball out of bounds. And the ball will go back to the Bobcats. So, Peter, with the way this first half has gone, as Brianna Wooldridge just checks back in the game, but the way the first half has gone, do you hold for one shot here?
Probably. I'd say that's not a bad idea. You could potentially find an opening in the zone like you have, as we almost see a turnover there. Palatine, a few times when they've actually worked into their sets, slowed down on offense, have been able to find the gaps Peoria has given them in the zone and taken advantage of it. We saw Medjers go to the line. We've seen Wooldridge find a space on the block. If you find one of those, I'd say go for a 2-for-1.
Erlacher is able to save it. 36 seconds to go in the first half. And Schmidt can just hold on to the ball. They don't need to force it right now. Medjers works around a Wooldridge. Poor pass. Rudebeck with the steal. And then on the other side, Rudebeck almost loses it. And smartly, Craig Edwards holds the ball.
We see Palatine extend their defense all the way out to meet the ball, no matter where it is. And they're quick enough that they can cover that space. Peoria has nowhere to go, as we're seeing right now.
6 seconds to go. Spratling with the tough take. She doesn't get it, but at the buzzer, we're going to have a foul. But Miracle Thomas with the offensive rebound with 0.3 seconds left, and she's going to go to the free throw line for 2. Nice effort there by Miracle Thomas. Even though there's just a few seconds to go, fouls the shot and with the putback.
Know exactly where to be in a shot like that. She saw Spradling coming off from the right side, positioned herself on the left side of the rim.
Miracle Thomas is hard on the first one. She'll get a second. She's 0 for 3 from the free throw line in this game. For the tournament, she's now 4 for 11. She's made 1 of 2 field goals in this game so far for the Comets.
In a game where points are so hard to come by like this one, free throws are going to be a huge factor in how this plays out.
Thomas hits every part of the rim on that one, so she converts. And that is your first half of play. So first half of the 2018 Illinois Grade School State Basketball Girls Championship. The Immanuel Palatine Bobcats are leading the Comets from Peoria Christ 11-8. So again, at the half, the Bobcats lead the Comets 11-8.
We've seen these two teams so far combined to shoot 6 of 39 from the field.
Well, at least it wasn't 6 for 40, Peter.
And there's you looking on the bright side all the time.
So Peter and I will be back here in, give or take, 5 minutes and 28 seconds with some halftime stats and some second half analysis. And we're back live at the half with the Bobcats from Immanuel Palatine leading the Comets from Peoria Christ 11-8. Leading scorers for the Bobcats, Brianna Wooldridge with 8 points to go along with 12 rebounds. Anna Medjers also added 3, so that's it. So just Medjers and Wooldridge only scorers for the Bobcats. And for the Comets, it's Miracle Thomas with 4 points. And Denali Craig Edwards added in 2. And Cammie Hess added in 2 as well. So at the half, Bobcats lead the Comets 11-8. Peter kind of went into it briefly, but so first half stats, 4 for 20 from the floor for the Palatine, and 2 for 19 from the floor for the Comets.
It's been kind of that gritty style game so far. We've seen about 8 jump balls in that first half, both teams locking down on defense. I expect much the same in the second half. Palatine has built this dynasty, if you would, on their defensive presence and the kind of man-to-man that covers the entire half of the court. And I do not expect to see a lot of scoring in the second half either.
Peter, how many points is it going to take to win this game?
Say first to 30 wins. First 25 has a very good shot. First to 30 wins.
Is 19 points enough to win this game?
With Palatine's defense, yes. Palatine's given up less than 19 in 3 straight games. It'd be hard-pressed to find very many teams that can put up more than 25 points against this defense. I mean, and it's everyone on the court. Megan Kim hasn't had her name mentioned a lot. She doesn't do a whole lot in the offensive end because she doesn't need to. She brings the ball up court, doesn't commit many turnovers, and she terrorizes the other team's point guard. Same can be said for Laval and Schmidt, both on the perimeter, both very quick and very good principles defensively, sliding their feet, not really running side to side, cutting off cut lanes, driving lanes, and that's why they only give up 8 points in the first half. If those 3 keep playing the level of defense we've seen throughout this weekend, and Woldridge keeps cleaning up the boards and finishing, it's going to be hard for Peoria to even make up a 3-point deficit. Because with a defense like Palatine's, 3 points feels like 15. On the other end, Peoria needs to play within themselves, stay slow-paced. They have taken a lot of, it seems, shots that are outside of their normal realm because of the pressure they're seeing. They're not used to Palatine's defense because really nobody is. But they need to just play their game, be confident in their game, do what they've done to get themselves here.
So play their game. That's the mentality. That's what Coach Heather Glazer is saying at the half. Play your game. You've got the lead, and you are 12 minutes away from 3 championships in a row. Play your game. So starting the second half off for the Bobcats in the all-white. Laval, Schmidt, Woldris, Medris, and Erlacher. And for the Comets, Spratling, Rudebeck, Thomas, Hess, and Denali Craig Edwards.
We should be in for a very fun last 12 minutes of this girls' state tournament, Ryan.
Second half of the 2018 Illinois Grade School State Basketball Championship. Here we go. Craig Edwards to inbound. Spratling will bring it up. Again, oh, nice move there by Spratling. Thomas with that 1-3 early, as that was her only field goal.
You know what this defense reminds me a lot of, in a much more
We're going to have traveling there on Hess.
I see a lot of Virginia's defense in Palatine. Everyone's playing as one unit. They pack the line, pack the paint, and they're just quick to every spot. They beat the offense to any cutting lane. It's very impressive.
Do you compare Heather Glazer to Tony Bennett, Peter?
When you've won 4 out of the last 5 state championships, I think that's a fair comparison. Comparatively, you know.
So the Heather Glazer left, and we have a traveling there on Erlacher. Back-to-back turnovers. 37 seconds to go in this third quarter.
Well, one thing we haven't seen a lot of from Peoria, even though this Palatine defense has really been pressuring them, they only have 3 turnovers to their name so far. Palatine has 8, which is very uncharacteristic of the past teams we've seen. They've been very good at taking care of the ball, very efficient. And that, coupled with their defense, makes them almost impossible to beat. If they keep turning the ball over, Peoria may have a shot.
Craig Edwards isn't even getting a touch, Peter. That's what they're doing to her on defense. They're just not even giving her a touch.
Well, Erlacher is playing great fronting defense. Craig Edwards has no position. There's no way to enter the ball to her.
Thomas will just hold the ball. Gonna try and get to Craig Edwards. Nice effort by Erlacher. Erlacher all over Craig Edwards. Craig Edwards can't finish. You're not gonna take the ball away from Woldridge, Peter. And the Bobcats.
No one has for the last 12, 13 minutes.
Woldridge sees a lane. Woldridge gets in position, up and good. Brianna Woldridge now with 10 points to go with along with their 13 rebounds. And she is just taking over in this game.
And she has from the beginning. At the first quarter, none of her shots were falling. She was having a little trouble there. But ever since then, she's been able to knock down those layups and give her team the lead.
Hess takes it wide at Woldridge, and Woldridge tells her not today. Woldridge with the Kemi Madumbo block out there. I was just waiting for the finger wave, telling her not to come in my house.
She's played a wonderful all-around game so far in this
Miracle Thomas with another, it looked like it was going in. And then Hess is able to fight hard for the offensive rebound.
That's been a rarity here for Peoria this game. Is a second chance on offense. It's usually been one and done.
Well, once it's gone in Woldridge's hands, that ball's not coming back.
Very true.
Rudebeck down low to Hess. Hess takes it right at Woldridge again. It's not there. And we're gonna have, looks like the ball, we're gonna have a foul. No, actually, it looks like Laval stepped out of bounds, and the ball will stay with the Comets.
Nothing's coming easy here for the Comets.
3-point for Rudebeck off the back of the rim, and Woldridge is able to grab another rebound. Medras loses the ball to bounds, and it'll go back to the Comets.
Palatine again with another turnover. That's the 9th in the game for them. That's mainly the reason that this is only a 5-point game and not worse. Palatine's given up 8 possessions. Peoria really is living on turnovers right now.
Thomas in the corner, and we're gonna have, it looks like a foul on the floor by Laval, Peter. That's on Laval. That isn't on Laval, so that's Laval just picked up her 3rd foul.
It's on Schmidt, actually.
Golly, Susan, I just can't catch a break here.
It's been a long day, Ryan. A lot of basketball, a lot of
fine.
numbers.
It's fine. They were right by each other in my defense, so that was on Schmidt, so that was her 2nd. And Craig Edwards trying to get something going offensively. It's just unfortunately not there.
Looks to be a lot of standing on the Peoria's offense, too, right now. No one's cutting. No one's doing anything to get open, get to the hoop. It's just very lackadaisical.
Cami has had it open there for a second. And a nice pass to Spratling. Spratling open for 3. Is a little bit long. And Erlacher is able to grab the rebound. Erlacher takes it all the way to the hole. Too strong. Thomas is able to gather it. And now Thomas wants to take out 1-on-4. She smartly brings it back out. Spratling will slow things down. Very quiet. 2.5 minutes left in this 3rd quarter. We've only had 1 made field goal.
Feels like it's been that way all game so far.
Hess again takes it right at Woldridge, and she takes it hard. Hess with a huge basket. And with all the way we talk about the Bobcats, Peter, the Comets only down 3. Nice behind the back, and then Schmidt throws it right to Spratling. Then Spratling almost loses it. And now Spratling loses it there. And Craig Edwards almost gets whistled for the foul. She doesn't get fouled. So Erlacher's pushing. Erlacher has numbers. Erlacher, nice extra pass to a wide open Brianna Woldridge. It's one thing when she gets an offensive rebound and has to shoot it over 3 other people, Peter. It's another thing to give her a wide open opportunity.
It's taking candy from a baby there. Easy. Way too easy.
Woldridge now with 12 points in this game.
Still single-handedly outscoring the opponent here in this championship.
Well, considering there's a combined 25 points, I think 12 points is pretty good. Hess, who just made that basket, she's going to whistle for the traveling violation.
Peoria up to 5 turnovers here in the game. 2 on back-to-back possessions. Not what you need down 5 with 7 minutes to go.
So John Asia-Smith just checks in the ball game for the Comets. So Schmidt will slowly bring things up. Erlacher has played a lot of minutes in this 3rd quarter because they have the size advantage. But then, as I say her name, she loses it. And John Asia-Smith has some numbers.
She's really done a good job playing defense on Craig Edwards.
Craig Edwards wide open for 3 off the front of the rim. Erlacher rips down the rebound, but Schmidt's able to gather it. Schmidt takes it all there, and she gets absolutely hammered hammered by Miracle Thomas. And Schmidt gets up real quick.
That was a pretty strong tackle almost there by Thomas.
Well, it's a good form tackle. You know, when you watch enough football, you know, I mean, when you go in there, you make sure you use your right shoulder. Ideally, that was not a good foul.
I mean, it prevented the layup. You could look on the bright side of it. And there, saved the point. Missed free throw.
The tough part is, though, is Schmidt is taking 1-on-2. So really, Schmidt was going to have a good play to make that shot there.
Kind of makes something out of nothing. She gets a point out of it.
So Schmidt makes the second one. Schmidt now is first point of the game, and the lead's back up to 6 now at 16-10.
And it looks like Palatine, for the most part, is taking off their full court press. We see Medris there a little bit harassing Craig Edwards.
So Rudebeck at the top of the key.
This Palatine defense is for real, though.
We're going to have another traveling violation on Hess. All right, Peter, one more time. My last reference of the tournament. Walk before you run, Grasshopper. So back-to-back turnovers, possessions with a turnover for Hess. And we're going to have a substitution. Looks like Fuller's checking into the game.
Taking Hess out there just to explain what she's doing wrong over on the wing. Back-to-back possessions where she shuffled the feet quick
and she
before the
knows
drive.
it. You know, it was a tough play. It was a tough shuffle. You got to play under control.
Even in the game of this circumstance.
3-point attempt for number 44, Gracie Gentleman, who checks back in the game. Just checks in the game for the first time. Thomas, nice layup, can't finish. Woldrich gets the rebound. And Woldrich with 12 seconds left to a wide Laval underneath, and Laval's can get fouled there by Rudebeck. So that's going to be Rudebeck's first, team second. So Laval to the free throw line for 2.
I said at halftime the first to 30 would be the one to win. I may have overspoke a little bit.
I said 19, Peter. Still struggling from the free throw line as a team.
Palatine's leaving the door open. A lot of turnovers here. They've had 4 in the second half. 11 for the game. Missed free throws. They could.
And Laval makes the second. Laval's first point of the game. Leads up to 7 at 17-10. Craig Edwards is trying to break the pressure. Craig Edwards takes 1 on 5. I mean, literally, there's 4 people on her. And a jump ball possession of Bobcats with 1.1 second to go. I'm not going to lie, Peter. Usually when you take on 2 to 3 people and then a 4th comes over to you, I would maybe pass it out. There could be 3 people open.
Possibly. Your math checks out there.
Schmidt, holy cow.
Closer than I expected.
Peter, if she would have made that, do you think the crowd would have erupted?
Yeah. I would
have dropped an oh my, a whoa Nelly, yes dear, yes sir.
Other onions?
Onions. What else do we got? So after 3 quarters of play in your championship game, the Immanuel Palatine Bobcats lead the Peoria Christ Comets 17-10. Next up in the championship game for the boys, the Comets of Peoria Christ face the Yorkville. They face Yorkville Cross. So it'll be a very interesting game considering the Peoria Christ and Rockford Lutheran have played each other in the last 2 state championship games. So this will end the streak of Peoria Christ and Rockford Lutheran playing the championship game.
And before then, it was Palatine basically dominating the field.
Palatine had won the boys championship in 12, 13, and 15. I'm sorry, 10, 12, 13, 15. Where for the girls, it's Palatine girls 17, Palatine girls 16, Palatine girls 14, 13, and 12. So we've heard the Palatine name a few times over the years.
And we may be adding to that list of 12 titles with number 13 here. Lucky 13.
So 17-10 is your score. Comets with the ball to start off the 4th quarter. Very, very low scoring.
As we expected.
You can smell it in the air, Peter. I don't know if that's sweat, but you can smell it in the air. So 5:53 to go in the 4th quarter. Comets with the ball. Bobcats, again, that defense all game long. Only 3 made field goals.
But Peoria just now in the fourth quarter looks a little fatigued, maybe from that game yesterday, that double overtime.
And look at that. Miracle Thomas with a miracle from the outside. And the lead is down to 4. 4 points, 17-13 your score. Miracle Thomas with 7 points for the game. Wooldridge takes it right at Craig Edwards, strong and good. There is nothing Craig Edwards could have done there to stop Wooldridge.
That was good defense, straight up. Didn't give Wooldridge a clear shot to the hoop, and she's still converted.
Spratling gets it to Hess. Hess takes it right at Wooldridge, and one. Cammie Hess puts it hard, and she's going to go to the free throw line for 1.
This is what we were all expecting after those first 3 quarters, to watch 3 consecutive made baskets, right?
That'll be it, though. I don't expect to see any more made field goals this half, though.
1st and 19.
So Cammie Hess to the free throw line for 2. She's 2 for 2 from the free throw line in this game. She's got 6 points, but she gets another one. She's off, misses that one. Medras with a rebound. And the Bobcats only up 4.
Hard to believe with how well they've played defensively today.
Wooldridge has a lane. Wooldridge, nice pass down low to Montella, but it gets stolen away by Hess. And Hess who wants to take numbers. Hess smart. Oh. Hess takes it 1 on 3. Gets a rebound. It gets blocked. And then finally, we're going to have a foul. It looks like on the floor. Actually, no, it looks like Craig Edwards is going to go to the free throw line for 2.
Both teams leaving it all out on the court here in the fourth quarter.
So Hess takes it 1 on 3.
And they get free throws out of it
And they
somehow.
get free throws somehow. So Wooldridge just picks up her first foul. Craig Edwards to the line for 2.
These are big free throws.
She makes the first. She's now 1 for 3 from the free throw line in this game. 3 points total.
It's hard to believe that this is a 1-possession game currently.
Oh, I can't believe it. And she makes both. Craig Edwards now with 4 points, and the lead is down to 2. So full court pressure set up by the Comets. Schmidt's able to get it up. Wooldridge able to break it easily, but Wooldridge turns the ball over, and Spratling and the Comets are pushing. They need to reset the offense. Craig Edwards at the top of the key with Medras over. At some point, I think you got to get Urlacher back out there, Peter.
She did a great job neutralizing Craig Edwards that whole third quarter. I agree with you. She earned the right to be in the court here in the fourth quarter to guard Craig Edwards.
And we're going to have a line violation as Hess turns the ball over again.
5th turnover in the half for the Comets. Something that's been understated so far in this game is Peoria's defense. Peoria has now caused 13 Palatine turnovers and has only given up 19 points themselves. We focus a lot on Palatine's defense and how good it is, what duly noted. They've earned the right for that to be said, but Peoria's right there with them.
So Lavelle, Medras wide open. Medras, nice head fake. Medras puts it up and good. Anna Medras with a tough take, and the lead goes back to 4 at 21-17 with 3:42 to go in this final quarter. Spratlings have to working hard, having to break that pressure by herself. Cammie smartly brings it back out.
Thought about taking that 3, decided to kick it back out, work the offense a little bit, find a better shot.
It's against Spratling, who hasn't scored yet in this game. Miracle Thomas, who had those 2 3-pointers, she's leading the way. Hess literally takes it right at, and that doesn't usually work out well. Schmidt takes it right at Thomas on the other side. Again, and the ball gets knocked away, and it's going to stay with Peter.
I got nothing.
I got nothing
for that one either.
So we're going to leave it at that. So the Comets had the ball with 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
I'm much happier here in the booth than I would be refereeing this game. I can say that much.
Miracle Thomas kicks the ball, and the ball goes back to the Crusaders. There's no Crusaders, Bobcats.
Any coach will tell you they press to speed the other team up and cause silly mistakes, and that is exactly what Palatine just did there.
Nice, 4 passes there,
and that is the perfect way to break a press on the other end, the coach will tell you. Passes, no dribble. Don't even need to let the ball hit the floor.
So 2:50 to go in the fourth quarter. And Schmidt will sit.
Palatine needs to take care of the ball here and work the clock. They don't need to score. They have the lead, and they have 2.5 minutes standing between them and a state championship. They just need to not turn the ball over.
Woldridge, nice pass to Medris in the middle, wide open, in and out.
That's a good pass. Good look by Woldridge to find Medris there, right in the paint.
Craig Edwards.
Just swarmed.
Every time she touches the ball. Spratling almost steps out of bounds. Johnny Smith with the in and out. That looked like that thing was going down, Peter.
It would have been huge. Cut this to a one-point game.
Coach Heather Glazer wants a timeout. So full timeout. 2:07 to go in this final quarter. Bobcats with the ball and the 4-point lead. So 2:07. So during this timeout, Peter, here's the thing. I mean, both teams, it's 3-2 in fouls right now. So there's a lot of time left for a lot of fouls.
This game could definitely see an extended last 2 minutes and 7 seconds. I really don't know how this is going to play out. Peoria is 1 or 2 shots falling away from taking the lead in this game, and Palatine needs 1 or 2 more great defensive possessions. Maybe a couple more buckets from Brianna Woldridge away from putting the icing on the 13th state title cake.
All right, so 2:07 again is your score. 2:07's left in this fourth quarter. As to reset with foul trouble, Peter, right now you've got Schmidt with 3 fouls for the Bobcats. You know, Lavelle and Medris have 2 for the Comets. It's Hess and Craig Edwards with 2. It's just not a ton of fouls out there right now.
Haven't been many whistles blown here this entire game.
So 5 fouls called between the 2 teams in the second half.
If I was a betting man, I'd say Coach Glazer used that timeout to set up her 4 corners-esque offense to take care of the ball, make Peoria extend the defense.
Woldridge is trapped in the corner. We're going to have a foul on the arm. So Spratling picked up her first foul, but that's only team's 3rd.
Yep, there it is.
So 3-3 in fouls.
You can see the assistant coach there on Palatine's bench calling for maybe an inbound play.
And it's stolen away, but Asia Smith, we're going to have a foul. Looks like we're going to have a foul by Lavelle. Lavelle tripped. So Lavelle just picked up her 3rd foul. So Lavelle trips.
And that's exactly what you don't want to happen if you're Palatine.
So that was 2 inbounds plays in a row that nothing seemed to be there on. It seemed like forced passes 2 times in a row there.
Peoria, like we said, we haven't given them enough credit. They've played an outstanding defensive game.
And then a steal, and we're gonna have a jump ball possession arrow Bobcats. Spratling's frustrated with that play, and the ball's gonna go right back to Bobcats.
Both these defenses are still playing at the high level we've seen all game.
So 1:50 to go. Schmidt's going to get fouled here by Spratling. So Spratling just picked up her 2nd, team's 4th. So we still have quite a ways to go with foul trouble here, with before bonus here.
Palatine's got to be strong with the ball because Peoria is going to be physical either in fouling or going for steals. Palatine needs to be strong, chin the ball, and make Peoria foul you without turning it over. And here we see.
She doesn't need a dribble though, Peter. I don't know what she's doing. Now you're just putting yourself in a position where Kim could have just held the ball. Woldridge smartly brings it back out.
Yep.
So now all Schmidt has to do is give it to Kim. And I don't know why Kim needs a dribble, though. She can just sit there. Nobody's guarding Kim. And then the ball gets stolen away by Rudebeck, and we're going to have a foul. I think this one's going to be on Lavelle.
You are 100% correct there, Rye, though. They don't need to dribble. Until Peoria extends the defense out and the 5-second count starts, Palatine does not need to put the ball on the floor.
So Lavelle just picked up her 4th, team's 5th. So Lavelle now the only one with true foul trouble with 4 fouls.
And I see a timeout here from Coach Spratling.
So, but it goes back to my point. Why are you if nobody's coming out at you, Peter? Why aren't you standing and do like a 4 corners offense and just hold the ball?
I don't know. It looked like Kim was going to do that originally, and then she put the ball on the court and started to attack. Honestly, what you want here as a coach is just ball maintenance and forcing that defense to extend and foul. Now Peoria, after Palatine did not do that, dribbled the ball around and lost it, Peoria has a chance to cut this back to a one-possession game. I think Coach Spradling took this time out to diagram up a play, give his players an idea of a set that he wants them to run in order to have a good shot to score here. Because Peoria, the last few possessions, has seemed a little out of control, not really playing any sort of diagrammed offense, any sort of structured offense. Coach Spradling's trying to calm them down, show them what he expects them to do in this offensive set and how he expects them to score and cut in this lead. The best coaches make the best inbounds plays. I've learned that in my few years on this earth. We'll see if that is the case here for Coach Spradling.
So they get it into Craig Edwards in the corner. Craig Edwards takes it on 4 people. She can't get it. Woldridge and Hess fight for it down low, and Hess is going to get fouled. Somehow Hess is able to get the rebound around Woldridge.
For the first time all game, somebody boxed Woldridge out and forced her off the glass.
And that foul is going to be on Woldridge. So Woldridge just picks up her second foul, team 6. So the free throw line for the free throw line for 2 is Cammie Hess. Hess long on the first, so she's now 2 for 4 from the free throw line this game. She's got 6 points total. So again, this is a huge free throw. She makes this, it's only a 1-possession game. And she rattles it in. Hess now with 7 points, leading the way for the Comets. And a poor pass by LaValle, stolen away by Craig Edwards. Craig Edwards with the runner, and good. Craig Edwards now with 6 points, and the lead is down to 1, and Heather Glazer needs a timeout.
What a turn of events the last 10 seconds held. Peoria puts a little pressure on. Palatine throws one errant pass, and here we are, a 1-point game with a minute to go in the state championship, right?
So it's 21-17 with about a minute 20 to go, and they have the poor pass when the Bobcats are holding the ball. And now, all of a sudden, it's 21-20.
I mentioned it earlier on in this game. Palatine's defense has been outstanding. The one thing keeping Peoria in the game were missed free throws and turnovers. And the last few possessions for Palatine have all ended in turnovers and left the door open for Peoria to make this run and turn it back into a 1-point game. Palatine could have slammed it closed, slammed the door closed, run some time out the clock, made Peoria extend their defense and foul and just shoot their free throws to another state title. And instead, Peoria's defense caused a few turnovers, knocked down a shot, made a free throw, and here we are.
Here we are. Championship Sunday, championship game. 1 minute to go, 1-point game.
You live for moments like this.
You do, you do. It's why you wear your Jordans all the time, or whatever out of your 150 pairs of basketball shoes you have for these moments, Peter.
It's why you play the games. It's why you play sports. It's why you coach sports.
So Kim's trapped in the back, but
gotta watch out for a 5-second call.
We need
here.
Another timeout here, and we're gonna have Coach Heather Glazer calls a quick timeout. So literally 2 people fell, but actually if you look at the clock, Peter, there is 50 seconds left. So that might have been a 10-second violation, but you know what? That's fine. So there, twice did Comet players fall on the ground, and they didn't attack. They didn't attack. You know,
right there. Kim should have taken the ball up the court. She had her defender beat. Just hesitated. Hesitation kills you in moments like this. Got to be confident with your decision making. Got to be confident with your movements.
So fans standing to the left, fans on the right. 21-20, 50 seconds to go. State championship game. Comets in bonus. Comets in the bonus the rest of the way. Bobcats still a couple fouls away.
Coach Glazer using every second of this full timeout to diagram up what she wants from the full court press. We've seen it. They've run it multiple times where they've gone through the Peoria's press and not let the ball hit the floor and beaten it. 3 or 4 passes, you're through, you're back into your offense. I think she's just trying to calm her players down and let them know that we can do this. We've done it already in this game. We just need to be confident in our decision making.
So Kim to inbound. Met finally able to get to Woldrich. 50 seconds ago. Woldrich is able to break the pressure. She's got trapped in the corner. Woldrich finally gets it to LaValle. 42 seconds ago. Schmidt just they just need to work it around.
Man, don't need to attack or anything. You just need to take care of the ball and force Peoria to extend.
They need to start fouling. 34 seconds to go. That's what I was talking about. No, they haven't been guarding Kim. And we're going to have a foul by Thomas. Thomas needs to be careful. So 2 more fouls before the Bobcats are in bonus. And I'm not... What's... So Comet...
Looks like a timeout was called. Full timeout. Coach Bradley.
You know, my favorite thing, Peter, is listening to the crowd, listen to different parents yell to their kids to do stuff.
Yeah.
And what's funny is when they're wrong, you know, too. When they're telling their kid to get out. Yeah, we hear that from time to time. So it's always funny when you're right next to the fans. And they're trying to tell the ref to give the coach a timeout, but it's fine. So 30 seconds to go. Comets have called a full timeout. So during this timeout, are you waiting a little bit to force a turnover and then foul, or do you foul right away, Peter?
I wouldn't foul right away. I definitely go for the steal initially against the inbounds. See if you can tip a pass, get a double team in a corner, trap someone, one of the guards for Palatine. If I'm Palatine, I'm saying you need to set strong screens and cut with a purpose to get yourself open. And once you get the ball in your hands, you need to be strong with it, because Peoria is going to come in with intensity to try and get a steal, try and rip it away from you. You need to take care of the ball, be strong with the ball, and get through the contact for the foul. Inbounds plays have been a little tricky for Palatine here in the 4th quarter. We'll see if they can get this one in.
And the ball gets knocked away, and it's going to stay with the Bobcats. I don't think Fuller never looked, but the ball literally bounced off of her wrist.
A perfect defensive back play there. Hands up, making sure the person she's guarding could not get a clean path to the ball.
Kim gets it to Schmidt in the corner. 27 seconds to go. Gets it to LaValle. And we're going to have another foul. We're going to have a foul here. And Thomas, again, actually that one was Hess. That was an incredibly rough foul. There's no reason for those type of fouls in this in 8th grade girls basketball, Peter.
There's a fine line between intentionally fouling and an intentional foul. And that one was on that line.
Very rough foul again. So both teams now in bonus. So next foul will put them in the bonus. 21 seconds to go. They're finally able to get into LaValle. LaValle finally gets it to Schmidt, who get one more foul, and that foul is going to be on Spratling. So Spratling just picked up her 3rd foul. So Anna Schmidt, 1 for 4 from the free throw line this game. We'll go to the free throw line for 1 and 1. 17.3 seconds to go.
Don't think anyone will care about 1 through 4 if she can knock down 5 and 6 here.
And she doesn't hit it. Cammie Hess with the rebound. And Hess is pushing. 13 seconds to go. Hess takes it all the way. Miss, we're going to have a player control foul. Cammie Hess with the offensive foul with 10 seconds to go in the game.
You don't expect to see that here at this point in the game, but that is a great defensive play by Erica LaValle. Basically, she took or beat Hess to the spot on the block, took the contact like a champ, and earned the foul.
So, for those watching on TV and not, the Peoria Christ fans are a little upset on that last call.
That was the right call, though. That was the right call.
The right call. That was the right call to make.
LaValle had set. She had the position. She earned the position. Took the contact. As a coach, that's exactly what you teach your players to do in that situation.
And here's the other thing. She missed the shot.
Yeah. And
the Bobcats got the rebound.
Sure.
So it was.
In the grand scheme of things, yeah, it doesn't mean anything, but there's very little to be upset about when someone takes a charge as like perfect as that. Here we are in the same situation we were in about 7 seconds ago.
So Kim to inbound. No one guards LaValle. They got to foul her at some point, but we're going to have a jump ball. What? LaValle keeps the ball underneath her basket, underneath, And all she had to do, Peter, was keep the ball up high and let them, they have to foul you. There's 7 seconds left. There's nothing they can do but foul you.
And that's an incredibly smart play by Cami Hess. She could have gone straight for the foul, but she
did
went
was
for
just
the
grab the ball.
Yeah. Like I said, we talked about, you asked earlier, do you foul right away or do you go for the steal? Cami Hess, that's basketball IQ. She saw the ball being basically laid out in a platter for her by LaVale, went for it, earned the jump ball. Hey, here we are now. Peoria's got a chance to win the game.
So in that position, if you're LaVale, you got to be strong with the ball.
You got to rip.
And not just that, but you have to position yourself to be away from them to give them the opportunity. So
exactly. I mean, that's a situation you can't just let the ball hang out in your hands for the defender to take it away from you. You have to be strong with it. You have to chin it. You have to pivot away from the defense.
7.8 seconds to go. You said first one at 30 is the winner, Peter. Nicely done.
I was just foreshadowing the overtime we're about to see here, right?
So 27.8 seconds to go. Spradling to inbound.
This is for all the marbles.
Spradling looking for somebody.
Wide open.
Wide open. Fuller in and out. Martella with the rebound. And Fuller could have been a hero, Peter. She was open for days. And Caroline Montella, who, after watching Ruthie Montella the last 2 years lead the team to victory, she's got an opportunity to extend the lead to 3 points. And she misses. Thomas with the rebound. 3 seconds go. Thomas puts up at the buzzer, half court, off the back, and Peter Rock, twice as nice, but 3 times as better. Immanuel Palatine Bobcats, three-peat, and they're your state champions.
What a game. Back and forth. Never really sure who was going to take this one home until the final buzzer finally sounded. Both teams definitely earned the right to play in this game, and Palatine earned that first place trophy. No doubt about it.
Holy cow.
This is one of the best weekends of basketball we've had in quite a while, right?
Oh my goodness. And Thomas had a chance there at the end. Oh my.
That was a great game. You just saw it.
Oh my, I still can't believe it, Peter. What a game.
What a game indeed. Both teams played their heart out and left it all on the floor. It was a defensive struggle from the start, from the beginning where we saw one made field goal in the first quarter to the very end.
So 21-20, the Bobcats defeat the Comets. Leading the way for the Bobcats is Brianna Woldridge with 14 points and 15 rebounds. Anna Medras added in 5, and Erica Laval and Anna Schmidt both had a point. And for the Comets, Thomas and Hess both added 7, and Craig Edwards added in 6. Meow, holy meow, goodness gracious, 21-20, what a game.
It's one of those games where it's hard to have to see one of the teams lose, right?
I'm a wreck right now. I'm crying inside for both teams. Happy. That's where I'm at. So let's go down to PA Address Announcer Jim Kroll with the medals for both team as well as the MVP and all tournament team awards. So hey, thanks again for a great weekend. This is Ryan Roth and Peter Roth. As always, we'll see you at the 2019 Illinois Great School State Basketball Tournament.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have crowned a state champion. I'd like to congratulate both teams on an excellent game. A few items before we make our way to the presentation of the awards. First off, on behalf of the Lutheran Sports Association, I'd like to say thank you to each and every one of our tournament volunteers that made this event happen. Our volunteers, the core committee, were wearing the Carolina blue shirts today, but we've had volunteers working as scorers and timers. We've had volunteers working in concessions. We had volunteers laying out program books, selling t-shirts, and many, many jobs behind the scenes. So a sincere thank you from the LSA Board of Directors. I'd like to thank Mr. Fritz, chair of the girls division of the tournament. Thank you, Andy. I'd like to thank Concordia University for providing the live streaming of all the games here at St. Peter today. We were in Bart's Hall working on statistics and a number of tournament-related items. And the live stream shows the number of people that are logged in to the game, and we're in the hundreds of people logged in back home somewhere watching this ball game today. All of today's ball games will be uploaded to YouTube early April. We used to upload them right away, but we found that schools were scouting the Illinois teams as they prepared for the Nationals. So we're holding off a little bit. It wouldn't surprise me if there were some spies watching today's ball game as well. The LSA would also like to offer a sincere thank you and recognize a true friend of the Lutheran Sports Association of Illinois. And that would be Dr. Denny Whitty from Concordia University. Dr. Whitty is retiring at the end of the school year, and he has been a true blessing and a true sincere friend to the Lutheran Sports Association. At this time, it's now my pleasure to introduce to you Mr. Fritz.
Thank you, Mr. Kroll. At this time, we'd like to begin presenting awards. Our first award to present would be the trophy for second place to the Comets of Peoria Christ. And now individual second place medallions for the Comets. Number 1, Alea Spratling. Number 3, Kennedy Fuller. Number 4, Elena Rudebeck. Number 5, Miracle Thomas. Number 12, Cammie Hess. Number 15, Denali Craig Edwards. And number 20, John Asia Smith. Head coach for the Comets, Gerald Spratling. Assistant coaches, Jennifer Rudebeck, Demetrius Edwards, and Principal and Athletic Director, Terry Mooney. Now our next set of awards will be for the championship team. So if the Bobcats could come forward and pick up their trophy. So ladies, come forward for your trophy. And then ladies, you need to come back up and get the banner to hang in your gym. And then Coach Heather Glazer to get the game ball. Now individual championship medallions for the Bobcats. Number 1, Kaylee Rowe. Number 3, Megan Kim. Number 10, Caroline Montella. Number 11, Annie Thomas. Number 12, Erica Laval. Number 13, Anna Schmidt. Number 14, Sarah Sopkin. Number 20, Sabrina Wooldridge. Number 21, Kira Vermis. Number 23, Morgan Lind. Number 24, Brianna Wooldridge. Number 32, Carly Grubbs. Number 34, Casey Erlacher. Number 43, Anna Medris. And number 44, Gracie Gentleman. Head coach, Heather Glazer. Assistant coaches, T.R. Turner. And J.R. Beckley. Manager, Grayson Walter. Principal, Delane Schiestel. Athletic directors, Briar Nelson and Diane Henderson. Our next set of awards will go to our 15 members of our all-tournament team. Throughout the weekend, every game is evaluated and voted on, and that gives us the 15 members of our all-tournament team, and then from those 15 ladies, one of them will be selected as the most valuable player. So in no particular order, Number 1, from East Dundee, Mackenzie Leahy. From Palatine, Brianna Woldridge. From Peoria, Denali Craig Edwards. From Mount Prospect, Lily Duckman. From Rockford, Michaela Huffine. From Belleville, Emma Garner. From Mount Prospect, Catherine Keene. From Springfield Our Saviors, Bella Patterson. From Morton, Katie Krupa. From Palatine, Anna Schmidt. From Belleville, Sophie Tantillo. From Nashville, Oakville, Cheyenne Booster. From Crystal Lake, Eleni Nanos. From Peoria, Miracle Thomas. And from Rockford, Kayla Spangler. All right, from these 15 ladies then was selected the most valuable player. The 2018 Girls Most Valuable Player from Immanuel Palatine, Brianna Woldridge. Our final award for the girls' presentation, before each and every game, we made our sportsmanship statement, and we said that we would be evaluating the players, fans, coaches throughout the weekend, and then we accumulate the results. The 2018 Sportsmanship Award goes to the Comets from St. Paul Mount Prospect. Team pictures will be in the Hoops Fest gym. So if you want to take team pictures, alternate team pictures, be doing all that in the other gym. We want to go ahead and get the floor ready for the boys' game, which should start in approximately 20 minutes. So any pictures to Hoops Fest?